Writers, today we begin the important and exciting work of revising. And there are lots of ways writers revise. As I'm saying this, you might already be thinking about some strategies that you've learned in Writer's Workshop maybe last year or the year before. But today, I want to teach you one really important tool writers use to revise, and that is a mentor text. Once writers have a text that they know and love, like we do with Karen Hess's Come On Rain, they can use that text as their own personal writing teacher. They can investigate that text and ask themselves, what did this writer do to make their writing so powerful and meaningful? And then, how can I try some of that same work in my writing? So today, we are going to investigate part of Come On Rain by Karen Hess and ask ourselves, what did Karen Hess do to make Come On Rain so powerful and so meaningful? And then we can ask ourselves, how can I try this in my own writing? So writers, the first thing we do is we find a section of the text that we really think is amazing. And so I turned to this section. And I'm just going to read it quickly, and then we're going to think, okay, what did she do? The sound of a heavy truck rumbles past. Uneasy, Mama looks over to me. Is that thunder, Tessie? She asks. Mama hates thunder. I climb up the steps for a better look. It's just a truck, Mama, I say. I am sizzling like a hot potato. I ask Mama, may I put on my bathing suit? Absolutely not, Mama says, frowning under her straw hat. You'll burn all day out in this sun. Up and down the block, cats pant. Heat wavers off tar patches in the broiling alleyway. Ms. Grace and Ms. Vera bend, tending beds of drooping lupines. Not a sign of my friends Liz or Rosemary. Not a peep from my pal Jackie Joyce. I stare out over rooftops, past chimneys, into the way off distance. And that's when I see it coming. Clouds rolling in, gray clouds, bunched and bulging under a purple sky. A creeper of hope circles round my bones. Come on, rain, I whisper. Okay, writers, so that's one of my favorite parts of this story. And so I thought we could look at it together and think, what did Karen Hess do in this part to make her writing so powerful and meaningful? And I want you to kind of think along with me. So right now, you might pause the video and read this page again and think, what did Karen Hess do? Okay, writers, so did you give it a try? I'm going to share some of what I noticed about this page with you. You may have noticed other things, and that's great too. One thing I noticed was that when Mama said, is that thunder, Tessie? And then Tessie says, it's just a truck, Mama. Right? I noticed that Karen Hess was having the characters use the exact words that they were saying. She wasn't just saying they talked about the sound, but she actually said what they said, the exact words. So that's one thing I noticed. Another thing I noticed was here. She said, absolutely not. Mama says, frowning under her straw hat. It's almost like she's not just writing the exact words the people said, but also like she's giving us an idea of how those people talk. Okay, writers, let's try it again with this page. So again, you might want to pause the video reread this page and think, what is Karen Hess doing here? Okay, hopefully you gave it a try. Again, I'm going to share a little bit of what I noticed. You probably noticed some other things as well. So I noticed some of Karen Hess's amazing details that she used. Here, where she says, like, cats pant, heat wavers off tar patches in the broiling alleyway, tending beds of drooping lupines. It's almost like Karen Hess is using the most descriptive details to explain how hot and uncomfortable it feels. And then I also noticed here where she said, not a sign of my friends, Liz or Rosemary, not a peep from my pal Jackie Joyce. I stare out over rooftops, past chimneys, into the way off distance. And that's when I see it coming, clouds rolling in. I feel like Karen Hess is really having the story come out bit by bit. I can like see every little thing that's happening. So that was another thing that I noticed. All right, writers. So a mentor text can be such a powerful way to help us revise. We can use it as like our own writing teacher, and we can think, what did this amazing writer do to make their story so powerful and so meaningful? And then we can go back to our own story and think, are there any places where I can give some of this a try? Okay, writers. So I made a chart of some of the things that we noticed Karen Hess doing, using the exact words people say, writing how people talk, using descriptive details, and of course, telling the story bit by bit. And you may have things that you want to add to this chart as well to help us think about how we can make our storytelling voices strong. Right now, it's that time for you to think about what is the work you want to get done today. So take a minute and think, what is my work for today? And then think, what tools do I need? Is it a mentor text? Is it a checklist? Certainly, it's probably your writing and a pen or pencil, or maybe your laptop. What is my work for today? What tools do I need? And off you go.